To achieve performances like these, athletes must be in the finest condition, whatever their sport. Whether they need muscular strength or endurance, spring and suppleness, sheer dexterity, or the explosive power of the thrower. To excel, these athletes have to condition themselves for supreme physical fitness. It is the basis of sporting excellence. Running is the foundation of all training. It develops the strong heart and efficient lungs that are essential, in some degree, for physical fitness in all sports. Once cardiovascular fitness or efficiency is achieved, fitness training becomes more specific. Since it is invariably arduous, the keynote for success is variety. What about fitness to music? Pop mobility, training with music, one sure way of motivating a squad and getting them through more sheer physical work than they would ever happily take on without the beat and rhythm of pop music. The well-planned use of music in training can develop a high level of basic fitness, and many sportsmen, footballers, swimmers and tennis players alike, now train this way. With or without music, all athletes need a basic conditioning training program. Jan Kopito, a former Polish Olympic athlete, leads this squad in the warm-up with which every session should begin.
Once more, same thing, shake shoulders, heels up.
These gentle exercises both warm and stretch the working muscles in preparation for the heavy work to come. Then exercises can be done safely and without injury.
Make the scissors horizontally, please. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Here the coach begins by concentrating on the legs and abdomen, for which there is a whole variety of activities.
6, 7, 8, and bend and stretch, bend and straight.
He will choose from a vast repertoire of exercises, those which will suit the squad as a whole, and even more importantly, the individuals in it.
As far as you can, circle around. Keep it upright, keep it upright. Very vertically, that's it. Now there are big scissors back and forwards, big scissors. Try to touch and keep your trunk upright, support your hips with your hands, wide open, back and forwards, good. Leg into the handling position, that's it, into the handling position.
Now the work becomes harder, beginning with the stretching of the hips and the hamstrings in this hurdling position. Exercises designed to improve mobility and extend the body's range of movement.
Lovely. Make sure your knee is straight, possibly straight if you can. All right, hop on the right, circle with your left above head. Very simple exercise.
The training program must develop every group of muscles in the body. These are bouncing and hopping practices for leg power and muscular endurance.
Lovely.
The bouncing and the rebounding develop an elastic strength in the legs.
Lovely. 2 legs take off. Good. Carry on. Next leg ready. Off you go. Right. Next ready. Feet, please. Flat feet. Good.
A whole variety of jumping practices are invaluable, not just for jumpers. They are excellent activities for footballers, rowers, and all who need leg strength and power for their particular sport. For beginners, there can be an extra bounce between the hurdles.
Exercise, back and forwards. Off you go. Legs straight. Pull hard. That's it. Pull hard your partner. Make your partner work.
Pair activities are a very popular form of training. Gradually, the range of movement can be increased, as in this rowing action.
Now, right hands. Join with right hands. Left above your head. That's good. Lean back. Left above your head. And back. switch to your left hand now.
This is another comprehensive exercise involving all the major joints of the body. The legs, arms, shoulders and hips.
The same one, yes. Oh, right, that's the best bending back I've ever seen.
Waist and gradual, just good. That's it.
Lovely. Dave, you take Brian on your back. Pull him up there.
As the exercises become more strenuous, the coach must be careful to see that each movement is correctly performed.
No, that's it. Push him. Make yourself comfortable over there. No, good. Lovely. Sit.
Confidence has to be built up in partner work. As it increases, so the activities become more demanding and can offer greater variety.
Change the direction now. Good. Wide stand, wide position, open. Good. Touch the floor, handstand. Well, this is the only handstand. Right, long sit-ups. Off you go. 1.
Now using benches, equipment to be found in almost any gymnasium.
3.
Here they are set at 3 different angles. The bench at the lowest angle, giving the less resistance.
Long arms.
These are bench sit-ups, exercising the muscles of the lower abdomen.
And 3. And 4. And 5. That's fine, thank you.
Now seen from above. The resistance is increased when the athlete holds a medicine ball.
And 5. Lose your balls.
Still on the benches, but this time it is the legs, not the trunk, which are raised and lowered. This exercise works the upper abdomen and the shoulders.
Squeeze.
With the feet holding a medicine ball, the resistance is again increased.
Slowly. 2.
Simple weight training is possible without sophisticated and expensive equipment. This arm extension exercise can be practiced using a bench and a partner. The load can gradually be increased by the partner moving along the bench towards the lifter. The half squat is another lift where the partner can act as a resistance. The beam is used simply for safety. The thighs go parallel to the ground, no further. This is safe, straight-backed lifting. Various beam travel exercises stretch and strengthen the arms and shoulders. This is valuable training, particularly for the throwing activities. This athlete happens to be an international javelin thrower, but any sportsman requiring arm and shoulder mobility would find it beneficial. These hip mobility exercises require good basic strength. To perform them as well as this, an athlete must condition himself through a long program of gradually increased resistance exercise. The ropes, too, provide for another variety of activity. These are backward and forward circles for arm and shoulder mobility and strength. The training dose, as in all exercises, should be planned to meet the needs of each individual. Rope climbing without the use of the legs is a tough exercise for grip, arms, and abdominal muscles. This elastic ankle harness provides another form of resistance and is especially good for conditioning the legs following minor injuries. As the training session progresses, the work can become harder and heavier. The back is one part of the body often neglected in training. Partners are necessary for these difficult exercises. This back extension exercise balances and compensates the earlier work on the abdomen. By this stage, the squad is ready for more vigorous leg power activities. The jump down is as important as the jump up. It conditions the muscles to absorb the impact of the landing, the body weight. These exercises should be started with care, the heights of the jumps being increased only gradually. Leg power can be measured, and those fitness activities which can be measured should be tested regularly. In this way, the athlete can record and judge his own progress.
2 meters 50. 2 meters 70 centimeters. Set. Go.
Again, the shuttle run, another test, this time of leg power, running speed and agility. If possible, using incline boards like these. Running against the stopwatch, 5 widths of the gym with the time recorded.
Point 9. Ready, go! Go there!
All tests must be regular and reliable and always measured in exactly the same way.
10.7. Ready, go!
Now a test of general endurance, squat thrusts. This measures the number of squat thrusts that can be completed in 1 minute. It is both a test of and exercise for cardiovascular fitness.
10. 5.
70 squat thrusts in 1 minute would indicate a high standard of fitness in a trained athlete. If a gymnasium is divided into distinct training areas, it's possible to operate a system of circuit training for a squad of athletes. For this, the squad is divided into separate groups. Each group performs a different exercise in each section of the gymnasium, the groups moving from one section to the next on command. Circuit training could begin, in the first section, say, with press-ups. The exercise must be performed correctly, the back straight, the arms fully extended. The second section could be step-ups. In step-ups, there must be full extension of the legs up and down, with the bench at between 35 and 50 centimeters in height from the ground. In the third section, the group could perform squat thrusts. This is an exhausting exercise for general endurance and could be done perhaps for half a minute, depending on the athlete's individual capacity. On to sit-ups. The athlete is doing sit-ups here with a twisting of the trunk. The feet should be on the floor. This strengthens the stomach muscles. On to section 5, dips on the parallel bars. The arms must be fully extended, then bent to 90 degrees. And then on to squat jumps, another tough and demanding exercise. The athlete should be set an individual target for the number of jumps to be performed within a definite time, say 30 seconds non-stop. And the exercise can be performed with or without weights. The group might then move on to chins on the beam. Some find it extremely demanding, and the training dose should be geared to the athlete's personal body weight. On again to astride jumps, for muscular endurance of the legs and for the heart and lungs. If the athlete is fit enough, he can again carry weights. The final section requires a rope climb. Even though the athlete is now very tired, his task is to climb up the rope to the top. Then come down again in a controlled manner. A series of exercises like these would make up a single round of circuit training. This system makes it possible to organize a variety of exercises for a large squad of athletes in a single gymnasium, with each athlete undertaking a different exercise in turn. The squad can go round the circuit a number of times, but the total activity should be designed to meet the individual requirements of each athlete. One circuit of the gymnasium involves all the athletes in each exercise in turn. Just as we started with running as the basic activity, so we should close with it, both as a warm down from the strenuous activity in the gymnasium and because it's an essential ingredient of basic conditioning itself. The joy of fitness is that it is not only a prerequisite of excellence in sport, and that means any sport, but it is the best insurance known for a long and active life.